Let me read some statistics to you. They are sobering statistics at that, but they have to do with hunger here in the state of Ohio. Any given week, get this, any given week, almost 208,000 Ohioans get emergency food assistance. That's here in the Buckeye State alone. 35% of those more than 200,000 are children under the age of 18. 1 out of 10 of those kids are under 5 years of age. 78% of the households served in Ohio are food insecure. They don't know where that next meal is coming. And 50% of Ohioans served have chose between paying for food or paying for their utilities, heat, all that stuff. It's hard to believe, it's hard to stomach, if you will allow me to say that. And our guests today are here to talk about the Hope for the Hungry food drive, which gets underway this week. Starting this week, we consider Sunday the start of a new week, but I am glad to have Barb Grandowitz, also Lori Cohen here with me from the Toledo Northwest Ohio Food Bank, and Diane LaValle-Tankus. She is chair of the Blues and Jazz Committee, all coming together, this culminating for a very busy summer. And Barb, I'll start with you, and I don't know if this is disheartening that we continue to have to go to people to ask them for their help, but it's just the reality of where we are.
That's right, it is a reality here, and that's why the food bank is here locally. We've been doing this since 1984, and that's our mission to end hunger. So being on shows like this and getting the awareness out of the issue of hunger and what people can do to help end that is that's great. That's what we're here for.
A couple of those statistics that you read, and especially hard to hear when you talk about the effects there are on kids.
Right, yeah, there's a lot of kids that are going through being food insecure. That's why the food bank tries to make sure that when we're distributing food, we're distributing nutritious food, and then we also have a great program called our backpack program, which supplies food to children over the weekends when they can't get to a meal at school.
And we see some of those materials out on our table today.
This is an example of one of our backpacks. We try to put a fruit and vegetable in it, a grain, try to meet as many requirements as we can.
Yeah, our viewers out there who are lucky enough to not wonder where that next meal is, from where it's coming. But did I define food insecure well, or is it more than just not knowing where the next meal is coming?
Well, I think you defined it well. There's lots of reasons why people, are food insecure. There's unemployment and there's underemployment, and then there's the economy itself that tends to take people out of that realm of knowing where their next meal is going to come from.
Lori, so many factors go into the situations that people find themselves in, the clients who come to you who need that assistance. Are we seeing any positive ground as far as the need waning a bit?
Well, actually, it's not waning. And right now we're part of the 2014 Hunger in America study that's going on right now. It's going on all summer. And Feeding America is doing it. We're going out to agencies in our region. And what we're doing is we're finding where there are food deserts and where we can
explain that.
Food deserts is an area that is really high in convenience stores and fast food restaurants, but do not have major grocery stores to get nutritional products, fresh nutritional products like the fruits and vegetables and fresh milk and stuff like that. So we're finding those areas are in great need for food.
Yeah, the need is there. What about the donations? Are those waning as well, or has it picked up? Well, I guess this is a great barometer of where the economy is.
Right. We are always looking for donations, and it sort of wanes and flows depending on the season. In the summer, when children are out of school and they don't get the free and reduced lunches, the need is much greater.
Yeah, we wanted to point people to ToledoFoodBank.org. That is the website. There's even a button right there on the homepage where people can click Donate Now, an opportunity to go on there and get involved more or less. The Hope for the Hungry food drive, we have done this for the past couple of years. Talk a little bit about how it works, how it's going to work, and why we're doing it again this year.
Well, how it works is we partner with, of course, 13ABC, and then how many other partners
we have? We have Dave Weiss Chevrolet, we have Walmart, and we have the Blade partnering this year. And so at all Walmart locations and at the Blade, Imagination Station, Face Junkie in Perrysburg, Taco Bell's, we're collecting all the food there for this.
I think we've got a list of those donation sites we can show people at home, but go on, you were saying?
And then at the end, we're going to culminate here at the studio in the parking lot and fill the truck.
Yeah.
And so everyone can drive through and drop off food items from 5 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
And we're going to have Gizmo from the Imagination Station, the mascot from Imagination Station here to hand out tattoos and stickers. And
So a wrap-up event. Last year
Exactly.
we saw some 10,000 pounds of food. That's hard to imagine that much donated, but Northwest Ohio, Southeastern Michigan residents really stepped up. And that turned into what? I mean, it turned into meals, right?
Sure, it turned into meals. It turned into us being able to distribute 10,000 pounds to our member agencies and help provide over 8,000 meals into the community
Yeah.
that we service.
I wanted to bring you into the conversation as well. And Diane, as we get further into the summer and we talk about the culmination of the event, the Blues and Jazz Committee involved in this as well. Talk about that a little bit.
Okay, yeah, this is the end of the Hope for Hunger, and it's a fun event. What it does is it brings together a lot of different people from the community. It's going to be held in Promenade Park on July 13th, and we've got 4 great acts that are coming in, and it gives us the opportunity to spread the word about the food bank. We do collect donations there, but we've gotten a lot of new sponsors. We sell the tickets, so every single ticket that's bought supports the food bank, and they can come and have a fun time as well. So we really.
Is it important, and I want to get you in on this, the synergy of trying to bring together all of these different units? We talk about all the drop-off locations, but also you talk about just trying to get the names involved, the players involved, and
I
how
think it
important is that?
Yeah, I think it is, because a lot of people think, oh, if I just send a check here, or oh, I drop off 2 cans, no big deal. But I think when they really see, because we always have a display of from the food bank that tells about a lot of things that they're doing, and a lot of the agencies come, people who volunteer there, so you do get a sense of community, and it's all local, and so you're keeping your food, your dollars, everything that is helping Lucas County and the other counties that we serve here.
Yeah.
So I think that's very important. It puts faces and it brings it more to the forefront rather than just, oh yeah, I got something in the mail and yeah, they want money. So we're trying to do more for the food bank.
We talked about the numbers as far as the state of Ohio were concerned, and 208,000 Ohioans getting emergency assistance. That number from some statistics taken over the last 3 years or so. Here in Lucas County, Toledo proper, the numbers, where are they right now?
they're high. 26% of the children now in Lucas County are in need of food. They're food insecure. The average rate is about 19.8% for families in need.
Say that again, because I want that to kind of compute in people's heads. You said almost 30% of the kids here in Lucas County are food insecure.
That's correct, 26%. And there's different pockets where there's food deserts that are even higher than that. For example, the 43608 area code. That's a huge food desert. There's no grocery store there, major grocery store.
Is that, talk more about that. Is that how you guys kind of break it down as far as the county is concerned, going by zip codes, looking to see, 43623, that one looks a little more secure. This one over here, you said, what was the?
43608.
608, that one's got trouble areas.
Right. And we do have it broken down, and it's from statistics that Feeding America does, and that we're going to find even more from this hunger study that's currently going on.
Yeah.
And it's broken down by zip code, by county, by state. Ohio and our area is really, the 8 counties that we serve is very affected by.
And when you look, you guys have a mobile food pantry. I mean, is that where you direct that type of service, and that's the reason why?
Correct, yes. We try to make sure that those food deserts or areas that are underserved, that we can get our mobile food pantries into those areas and better put the food in the hands of the people that need it. That way we're not just saturating an area that has more wealth of food, that we're trying to satisfy the 8 counties that we service the best way we can. And the mobile food pantry helps us to do that by providing fresh fruits, vegetables, breads, and other items to that area. And the service is free of charge. There's no charge to member agencies.
Yeah.
There's no charge for food or for bringing the food out. This is all cost absorbed by the food bank.
Trying to get it to them if they can't get it themselves. Is that
Right.
the main goal?
Right. Well, a lot of agencies, they have obstacles in their way being able to serve as much as they need to. It can be that they don't have the facility to store the food in, or they don't have a way to get the food there to their site, or they don't have a way to do it properly with temperature sensitive items.
Right.
So the food bank, we put in our trucks that have lift gates, the refrigerated units, that we can carry pallet quantities, and we take them right out there to just prior to the distribution or after distribution. So all they have to do is have volunteers there to help set up and then distribute out the food, and there you go.
We're looking at some of the video from years past and being in the pantry, and I'll tell you what, I've been here for a number of years here at the station, and you guys, we have done stories where those shelves have been pretty bare at times, especially as we started to go through the crux of the recession. And I can't tell whether or not this is current. You guys have a better read on it as far as where things are right now.
Well, our shelves get turned over, almost daily. We have volunteers constantly in there every day, sorting food, stocking food, and agencies coming in and getting that food and taking it back to their agencies. So it's constantly turning over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it a constant call that these other agencies which you are serving are saying, all right, we're low. We need to come in and get replenished?
Oh yeah, definitely. We have 55 shopping appointments every week, and we want to try to accommodate all the agencies to come in based on their service. Some of them service every week, some of them do once a month.
How do you break that down? When they come in, they've got a certain, I don't want to say like it's beat the clock and they've got a certain time amount, and once they're in the door, they've got 15 minutes to grab what they can. It's not like that.
No, each appointment is a half hour long, and what we try to get them to do is get their order in prior to them coming, because
they all have specific needs.
They
is
all,
what you're
yes,
saying.
because they're serving different areas, different varieties of people. But we try to get them to have their order in, prior to them coming. That way they don't have to sit there and fill out a shopping list, and then they have more time to go through our pantries. But we're very understanding of sometimes there are limitations. So if they have to go a little longer, or if two agencies need the same appointment, we try double book, just to make sure that we're accommodating as much as we can to make sure they have food on the shelves.
One of the things I wanted you to touch on, you mentioned about the hunger study that's going on, and it's helping, as you said, to identify those food deserts that exist. But you've got agencies going around that are talking to current clients and taking a survey. They're using today's technology. They're going around with iPads. Talk a little bit about how that's all breaking down, how that's being done.
It's all voluntary. The agencies were picked.
Just randomly?
Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
They were picked randomly.
Yeah.
And then the clients are asked when they're there if they would like to take the survey. And we have volunteers helping so they can do the new technology on the iPad to answer the questions. And
But what are those questions, and how are they, I guess, servicing getting this study to
Like
be
some of the-
helpful, I guess?
some of the questions are, how many days a week do you not have food to eat? How many days a week do you come here? Has it changed from last month to this month? Do you go to food kitchens? Do you just go to food pantries? Do you go to other places to get your food? Do you have children in the house? It's all the statistics that we look for. And then a research group, Westat Group, is going to be taking all the statistics nationwide and putting those together, and we'll have those ready in 2014.
I'll tell you what, stay right there. When we come back here on the Roundtable program, Lori brought up the fact that you've got almost 30% of the young people here in Lucas County who are food insecure. There's one man locally, we talked about him earlier this week. I don't know if you saw the story or not, but he has made it his mission to make sure those Lucas County children are fed. We'll share that with you when we come back. Stay with us here on the Roundtable.